got a party, I feel like if you can just paste your school fees somewhere you know, please and please and please and please. I want you guys to actually understand how difficult that course is. So you should definitely watch this if you're coming to Pan Atlantic University. I'm going to show me. Watching that thing you used to see on TikTok. Before don't finish. Save your money. Watch till the end. You're probably watching this video because you know you want to enter into Pan Atlantic University, or you're in the process of entering into Pan Atlantic University, or you know you have an interest, or you know whatever, you have questions about Pan Atlantic University. Let me just tell you that you are in the right video. Hello everyone, thank you for clicking this video. This is basically everything you should know, you know, before you come. To going to run you guys through, you know, some basic things you should know, like social life, spiritual life, things like that. You should totally watch this video to the end because it's going to be really useful for year ones that are coming in this year. This is also for direct entry students, so you should definitely watch the video to the end because it's going to really help you. Basically what you need before you enter school. So
watch to the end.
And everything I say in this video is just based on my own opinion and you know how I've seen that school in my own perspective. You know, there are a bunch of people in Pan Atlantic University, and I'm just one of many. You know, so I'm going to have a point of view that is different from another person's point of view. So this is just my opinion about things. This video is going to be very detailed. I'm going to go into detail, like, you know, the strict dress code. I never knew how strict, you know, PAU's dress code was, you know, as much as, okay, let me move on. Okay, so you should definitely watch this if you're coming to Pan Atlantic University this year. Okay, so let's begin with spiritual life. Yes, spiritual life. Spiritual life is very important because, you know, you're going to be exposed to so many things. You're gonna, you know, meet people with moral values, people with different lifestyles, you know. So you're going to experience a lot of things due to the people around you. So it's important to just have a healthy relationship with God while you're going through all these things, while you're meeting people from all around Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, Enugu. You know, it's just important to put God first. For the Christians, it's PSF. This is PAU Students Fellowship. This holds every Saturday evening by 6 p.m. in Executive CAF. Yeah. So when you're coming to PAU, I really advise you to join PSF. They would really help you with your prayer life. We have sermons. We talk about a lot of things that, you know, young people should know as they are entering this stage of their life of, you know, university. So you should definitely, you know, for the Christians who are ready to put God first, who are ready to commit everything into God's hands as they enter university. So PSF is something you should consider. You should consider joining when you enter university, and you should definitely join early in the semester. You know, you shouldn't be like, oh, you shouldn't be like me. You join PSF to just, you know, to just start the semester well, you know, because it's a great community of people. You meet people who want the best for you, people who are devoted to God, which is a great thing to have around you. Pan Atlantic University is quite difficult. It's quite hard. It's going to be hard to balance PAU at first. It's going to be really hard. It was hard for me. Now I'm not going to lie. So I don't know, joining PSF would really help you to just balance everything and just, you know, commit to God through it all. Okay, that's for spiritual life. So school life. School life, this is quite a topic. School life, this is basically academics, you know. It's basically why you're coming to Pan Atlantic University. Time management, socializing, setting boundaries, you know, your grades, confidence, you know, the courses, examination periods, studying, stuff like that. So let's talk about time management. Time management is really important. I can't overemphasize this. You must already know you have to. Why am I so tensed? So time management is really important, as you must already know. You're coming into university, you know, schedules, your class, balancing your classes, balancing socializing, balancing going out, balancing, you know, clubs and all that stuff, extracurriculars, you know, office hours with your teachers, that kind of thing. You should know how to, you know, manage your time, section your time to for the better. You know, make time to study, make time to socialize, make time to do all of that, because at the end of the day, you're here to get that degree and you need to make the right efforts. Don't finish. You need to make the right efforts to reach your goals. You need to make the right strategies to reach your goals in school. Setting boundaries with people, you know. You shouldn't allow people to always have access to you all the time, because you know you have things to do for yourself. You have assignments, you have CAs to catch up with, you have projects, you know, so you can't be, you know, instead of you doing a lab report that is due tomorrow, that night you're out for Halloween party. Come on, that's not how it works. That is not how it works. So manage your time, you know when to socialize. You know, there's always enough time to meet new people on school grounds. You should also know when to study, you know, and start taking your work really serious early. Like obviously you should know that. So I don't know, first semester I used to be dull. I was dull like the first weeks of school. Like when it was like close to, you know, test weeks and examination week, I came with full force and just did let me come back. So but don't be like me, take school seriously right from the beginning, right from the first class you have, right from orientation self. Take it seriously. Everything you're teaching your orientation, take it seriously, take notes, pick up everything that is being said. So manage your time well, because if you don't, you're going to lose yourself. You're not going to have a balanced life. So manage your time well. And let's talk about grades. Let's talk about our grades. So you know, a grade is over 100, and you need to understand that there's something called class participation. That is 5 marks. I just want to talk about this because as much as people say class participation is like so important, I feel like it's not. I feel like it's not. For certain teachers though, because I remember last semester of my year 1, there was this lecturer and I used to talk in that man's class. I used to talk in that man's class because I don't know, the course was kind of hard. The course used to twist people's brain. Luckily, I did very well in this course. But I don't know, I remember checking my results and going to the class participation mark side. I saw like 2/5. 2/5. Because the class participation is over 5, so I saw 2/5 and I was so confused. Because I know I used to talk blabber in that man's class. So when I saw 2/5, I was like, what? So, but see, talk or participate in class and everything, but just keep that in mind. Don't do too much and think you're going to get a full mark at the end of the day. But you know, ask questions. You learn through that way. Ask questions, raise your hand, speak in class, talk to your lecturers. You know, it's a great way to set the tone. Yeah. So out of the 100, you know, your grade is 100 overall. So that's 5 for participation. The main exam is 65. Then CA is 35, right? Altogether, that's 100 with the class participation, the main exam, and the CA. So yeah, CA just comprises of your tests, your assignments, your projects at the end of the semester, that kind of thing. Then the main exam is like the main gong exam you write to determine if you pass or fail the course. Let's talk about confidence. Confidence in school. When I was entering Pan Atlantic, it was kind of rushed for me. I just finished YEC and I was already being pushed into university lifestyle, and I was struggling. Beginning of the year. Confidence in yourself. Be confident in yourself. That is too short not to be confident in yourself. When you're stepping foot into the grounds of PAU, be confident in everything you do. This is your first year of university. Just be yourself. Be yourself in everything you do and leave the rest to God. Because at the end of the day, you're not living to impress anyone. You're just there to get your goals done with. It's mandatory in Pan Atlantic University. If not, just brush it to the side. I'm talking too much. Just be confident when you talk to people, when you talk to your teachers, when you move around, just be confident. School life, yeah. Let's talk about using social media while in Pan Atlantic University. So I'll advise you to make your LinkedIn profile early and start investing in it, because it's a really good tool to have when you're looking for internships, when you're looking for jobs, and there's a lot of connections you can get there, lots of networking tools you can find there that will help you when you're looking for deals, when you're looking for things to work with, because I remember when they were telling us make our LinkedIn profile, our mentors tell us make our LinkedIn profile, I never really used to. I used to disregard it because I felt like it was useless. But it's useful though. When I made the profile, I just saw people from the entire school and their connections, that kind of thing. So make your LinkedIn profile because it's going to help you gather job opportunities when it's time, and internship opportunities. So post on LinkedIn, post on things you've done in your field. If you're going to computer science, post your projects, codes you've made, the websites you've made, all those kind of good stuff that when IT companies would, let's say, come through your profile, they'll be like, wow, this is really impressive. Let me contact so and so person to help me with so and so designs, website design, coding, whatever it is. It's a very good tool to use when you're looking for work to do. So take your LinkedIn profile. Let me talk slowly. Take your LinkedIn profile very seriously because it's an open door. It's an open door for with that, you can also invest in your CV online, make a good resume, compile everything you've done. That is, connecting to your field, whether it's mass communication, whether it's ISMS, whether it's accounting, finance, engineering, computer science, whatever it is, make a good CV that just that complements your talents, your skills, and ways you can contribute to a company's success, that kind of thing. Let's talk about engineering as a course. If you're watching this video and you're thinking of coming into engineering, you should know that you don't have summer in 200 level. That's just something you should know. You do not go back home in your 200 level summer. If you're doing engineering, you just stay back in school and do some work in the workshop with your boiler suits and everything. You do lots of practical work while you're there. It's a very difficult course, as you obviously already know. But I want you guys to actually understand how difficult that course is. It is so difficult, like really difficult. If it's something you're really passionate about, you should definitely go into it. But let me just be honest with you, if you're not, if you're being forced to, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, girl. Don't do it, boy. Don't do it because it's not worth the stress. It's not worth the stress if you don't really enjoy it. Nothing you can't do with the goal by your side. So just put your head down, focus, and take breaks. Take breaks if you're going into that course. It's in the School of Science and Technology. It's a new course actually. It's a new course established in 2020. There's a School of Science and Technology, there's a School of Media and Communication, the Lagos Business School, there's a School of Management and Social Science. So SSC is basically Computer Science and Engineering. SMSS and SMC is where like accounting, finance, mass comm, SMS, that's where the courses fall under. I don't know, I feel like people don't know this. All the science courses in PAU, they are like new. And I don't know, I just feel like you should know that. Because I remember when I was coming in, I don't know, I just didn't know how new and how new my course was in the school. I just thought it was as old as the rest of the other courses and that are actually older. Those ones are like 2002. The science courses in PU are like a new thing. PU is more of a business school. Let's talk about examination period. Examination period is such a hard time for PU students or any college or university students. It's just so bad. Finals week, finals period, such a really tense, anxious, sad, hard period of time that you guys suffer annually. So there's a lot of stress. Examination stress is real. Take your nutrition serious during this time because you will break down. Eat well, drink your water, sleep, read, do what is necessary during this period of time because you're going to break down if you don't read with no breaks. That is really bad. Yes, read, but take breaks during that whole process, because I know what I went through last year. Examination sleep. Examination sleep. Better print that in LU. I've told you now. Examination sleep is basically your ticket to your examination hall. It is what authorizes you to be able to enter your examination hall to write your examinations. And to be eligible to have this examination sleep, you have to have 80% attendance to have the sleep. So your attendance matters. Your attendance matters when you're in PAU. You have to have 80%, as I said. If you have anything lower than that, you'll not be permitted to write exams. But in some cases, or some very few cases, they would allow you if you have a good excuse. Because I remember second semester, we went for this basketball match. I missed some classes that day. Like the school took us somewhere for a basketball match. It affected my attendance because I had already missed previous classes prior to that incident. With the classes I missed and then the basketball thing, the 80%, got to like 79, that kind of thing. So I, emailed my course coordinator, I emailed the school saying, my attendance is looking iffy because of the tournaments that I was a part of. So once I did that, they rectified it and they increased my attendance for me. So just, if you're missing those classes, if you're having attendance issues, let there be a good reason. Unless you know you write the exam. You will not write the exam. Although they exempted some people first semester, like they might be calm on you guys first semester, but second semester, forget about it. You know what write the exam. I know what I saw second semester. So yeah, during exams, read. I don't know, I've always been that kind of person who doesn't like to read with people, who doesn't like to read in groups. But I don't know, in university I feel like it's different because it's just better to read with your course mates because I don't know, you understand it better, you'll be able to ask questions. With how rigorous some courses can be, it's just good to read with people when you're in university, when you're in uni. Just me personally, some people are good reading alone, I guess. Most of the time, they have to read with people for particular courses. It's very helpful. As much as you should read on your own, you should also have like sessions with a group, a good study group. So find good study group members early in your first year of university. You know, use past questions. You know, ask people before you for past questions for the courses because they repeat them. They always repeat them. So make use of past questions during the exams. Take your studies very seriously. There you go. Because there will be a time where you have a test, a 9 a.m. test, the next morning, and you're on your bed. You just don't want to read. There's an evil spirit inside of you. It just doesn't want to make you to read. I don't know. I've all been there. It's not good. Remember how much your school fees is. You're not paying less than 3 million, which is crazy. So just never forget how much your parents are, you know, sacrificing for you to be where you're at. I feel like if you can just paste your school fees somewhere you want to just motivate you, that's good enough. Because I did something like that this semester, second semester, and it kind of helped. It helped, you know, writing things like, okay, make mom proud. Just remember how much they're paying for you, how much they're sacrificing for you to be here. Take your studies very seriously. Read every day. You know, find good study buddies. Read. Because PA is very expensive. So try your best. You know, at the end of the day, you're trying your best. You know, if you have goals for yourself and you don't get the outcome you want, try again. You know, keep on trying. Because you might not always get, you know, your outcome at first, but when you keep on going hard, praying to God, trusting in God, remembering that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you, you know, take your studies very seriously from the first day of the semester to the last day of the semester. Work hard, don't be distracted. It's very easy to get distracted in PU, so you need to know your goals. You need to understand what you're here for. You shouldn't forget what you're here for. At the end of the day, you have to work hard. You know, athletics, that's my specialty. Yeah, athletics is a big thing in PAU. They have this thing called Coupe de Escrivá, something like that. It's basically like a sports tournament of the school where they play football and basketball for both boys and girls, but mainly boys. You know, the whole school just gathers and watches the sports tournaments against the teams that the school has. They're dedicated to what they do, you know. There's Madiba, there's Blue Jays, there's TSG. It's really cool how much effort they put into sports in the school. So sports is a really big thing in PA. So if you're coming to PA and you know you're a sports kind of person, you're in the right school. I just want to say this for the girls. Please and please and please and please and please and please. If you're a girl and you can play basketball, please join the school basketball team for girls. We want you there. So if you're a girl and you know you have talents, you know you have talent, please come and showcase yourself during the freshers week and just, you know, do what you love. Don't shy away, I beg of you, like what I did. I mean, I'm obviously in the school team now, but I joined late, so I didn't really have a basketball experience until like the ending of second semester, which was kind of mean. Let's talk about registration. Registration is hectic. Registration is what you do during your orientation, during the second and the third day of your orientation, where you just submit all the important documents to whosoever is assigned to receive it as part of your, you know, the admission process and everything. So there's a bunch of things you're supposed to have with you during your registration. Things like your O-level result, your WAEC, your NECO, your GCE, one of those, your JAM results. They're going to give you two things to sign, which you're going to submit: an image opt slip and then a handbook oath slip, something like that, and also a drug consent thing you also have to sign. So 3 things you have to sign and submit. You also have to submit your admission letter, your birth certificate, your NIN, something for identification, your passport. Yes. Let's go into admission letter. Hey, God. I feel like this is definitely a normal thing for JAM to provide your admission letter kind of late. That was a problem. So while I was in school, we were asked to, go to CBT centers to like pay for so and so have access to the admission letter. It was a lot. It was a lot. They're going to allow you to submit it later if this problem occurs this year. Registration process is really hectic, because remember I came on the second day and I was in line for over like two hours, and I thought that I would get something wrong and I wouldn't be admitted into the school because of registration. Don't worry. I mean, worry, but don't worry. Don't worry too much. Just understand, just do what others are doing, and you're going to be alright. ID card's going to be given to you very late, by the way. Yeah, let's talk about food. Rice is inevitable in PAU, as everywhere in every Nigerian university. Right? That's the most common food they sell everywhere. Rice, spaghetti. It's only carbohydrate they have in that school. I feel like the best food in the whole place is definitely the cafeteria. The cafeteria, which is in the main school building, is definitely the best food spot in PAU. Can't tell me otherwise. Oh no, the best food spot in PAU is Faith Hostel. Oh, it's Faith Hostel. You can't. I'm joking. In the school cafeteria, I think the best thing on that menu is actually the yamarita. The yamarita is so good, but I don't know, I never finish it. It's so big for the price. It's like $280. I talk about dorms. That's like your accommodation. Plan. Oh, if you don't want to be adventurous like how I was in my first year, plan ahead. Plan who you want your roommates to be ahead of time, and tell your hostel manager, and save your spaces for each other. Best female hostel is obviously Cedar Hostel because it's just such a nice looking hostel and everything. You have kitchens in every floor. It's nice, and the rooms are nice, they're pretty, they're aesthetic. What else? They have a study room which is really cute when you walk into the hostel. The hostel is just really nice looking and good vibes. It's very expensive, shut up. And then the best hostel is, I'll have to say, Enterprise Hostel, based on what my guy friends have told me and plus what I've seen for myself. But let me list all the hostels that there's Cedar, Redwood, Cooperative, Trinity, Pearl, Tresardale. Because Tresardale, last semester, a lot happened in that hostel. Cooperative is also a nice looking hostel too. They have really good food, but for some reason I always hear things about their toilets. So yeah, but the rooms are okay. Pearl. The only reason I'm putting Pearl in last is just based on what I have heard from everybody in that school. Is they're always coming for Pearl. They say Pearl is this, Pearl is that. There's rats. There's so and so. There's this and that. I mean, I've entered Pearl. I don't know. It's not the prettiest hostel, but just based on what others says, it's just not the best. Tresardale, same thing. The price of hostels in PAU ranges from like 2 million to 900k probably. Prices are increasing. Let's talk about scholarships. PAU does offer scholarships, and there's a particular period of time when you can apply for the scholarships. Sadly, the deadlines have passed. It's normally from middle of July to like beginning of August, but they are only need-based scholarships. It's only for people who are not financially able to pay for the fees. So if you're watching this and you'd like to apply for those scholarships, you're not able to apply for it this session, but for the people who are coming in next year, you can definitely apply on time. Okay, so now I'm just going to talk. Just things you should know, just so you know. Attend the orientation. You need a good foundation like orientation to just explain every detail of what you're going into. The network in PAU can be bad depending on what line you use. So MTN and 9mobile does not work in PAU. Speaking from experience from 9mobile, it does not work. Hey God, 9mobile almost made me run mad last year. I couldn't do transfers, I couldn't call. It was so much stress. So just leave that 9mobile SIM in your house, don't bring it. People also complain about MTN not working. Airtel is the best way to go. You can buy an Airtel SIM from your house, or in PAU they have an Airtel store in Student Center where they sell stuff. So yeah, save your money. Save your money. Save your damn money, okay? Save your money. Those Kit Kats, those Munchies, those McVitie's, those Pringles, those Fox Biscuits in Student Center is not worth it. Save that money. Keep that money in your purse and don't use it for things unnecessary like that. Because I don't know, the quantity of those snacks in Student Center, they're just, it's like they manufacture it themselves. It's so small and little. You just eat once, everything has finished. So just save your money and do better things with it than wasting your money every day buying snacks in Student Center. It's not worth it, their size. Let me run you guys through the courses that are offered in PAU and the I can't speak, and the amount of money it costs. So accounting, business administration and economics is 3,324,250 naira for your first year. The finance is the same thing. Maxcom is 3,672,750 naira, and ISMS is 3,742,374 naira. Then computer science is 3,747,120 naira. Mechanical engineering / electrical engineering / electronical engineering is 3,867,360 naira. Engineering is the most expensive course in PAU. I don't want to read. Better go to. I'm joking. Go to another school. It's not PAU that's for you. PAU ain't for you, darling. Extracurriculars. Extracurriculars are really important when you're coming into PAU. To keep yourself busy. To just find out who you are as a person. Getting to do things you love. Discovering things you would like. Work, join a club. There are a bunch of clubs you can join in PAU. Clubs for tech and innovation club, you feel me? There's the arts club for people who like to draw. There's a lot of clubs you can join. Take leadership roles, while you're in PAU. Do some side things, things you can add to your CV. Leadership roles in your club, in the sports you play, whatever it is, because those kind of things look good on your CV. Start preparing your CV now for your internships. Join communities, make friends. Joining all these things is a great way to make friends. Speaking from experience, obviously, PAU is not a party school. PAU is not a party school. Actually, that thing you used to see on TikTok. PAU is not a party school. I can count number of events that happened in my first year in university. Is it not freshers party? End of the year party? Nostalgia. That's the only thing they do there. So if you want a party school, PAU is not for you. Go to Unilag. But with the few events PAU has, attend everything. It's going to be fun. You're going to meet new people. You're going to have fun. It's your first year. Do it. So let's talk about the location, the environment. Ibejuleki is far from the Lekki PAU is 2 hours plus away from good Lagos spots. So yeah, PAU is low-key in the middle of nowhere. That's just the best way I can put it. The location is just wow. Just next to a highway. PAU is a very small school, which is something I never knew, until I came there and saw it for myself. I just Remember when I came in newly, went to my hostel, then we drove into school. And my mom and I were like, is that it? Like, is that all? The school is very small. Internships. There are compulsory internships and there are voluntary internships. Voluntary internships is like just the opposite of the compulsory ones. Compulsory ones are, they are compulsory in 300 level for every person in that school. Except from computer science students whose case is different. Internships are compulsory in 200 level, which is earlier from everybody. So yeah. Then the voluntary ones is just for people apart from 300 level and 200 level people. Most of my mates, they did internships that they got first semester in year one. Like they are doing it during the summer. So start early, start finding internships early. Ask questions. Go to your mentor. Baby girl, drop that crop top at home. The dress code policy in PAU is very strict. If you're doing back to school shopping, you should make it PAU appropriate. I advise you to just like go through their handbook so you can just see what they allow, what they don't allow. They don't allow torn jeans, they don't allow plunging neckline. They don't allow you to wear sweatpants before 6 p.m. into the school building. They don't allow you to wear slides before 6 p.m. into the school building. And there's this thing that's just so silly. Like there's a way you're supposed to wear your Crocs. That strap, it should be at the back, it shouldn't be in front. Bro, it's so strict. Just read their dress code thingy. So that is that. Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Bro, you guys got me to 1K, 1,000 views in a week, which is crazy, I really appreciate it. But you guys are not subscribing. Oh yeah, 1,000 views, but only 198 subscribers. Not even unsubscribed yesterday. It really shocked me. So subscribe, comment, share, leave a like. If you got this far to the video, comment SST if you got this far to the video. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys. Bye. When you have that lip combo.